And thanks for joining us. I'm Lauren Barnes.
And I'm Daniel Shedd. Joe has the day off. We made it to Friday.
I was just getting ready to say, yesterday we were laughing, calling it Friday Eve or Friday Junior. We can drop that today.
It's the small celebrations, I think, that you got to keep going. Got like 8 to 10 hours left in your day. The weekend's almost here. We're heading in strong.
All right.
We head over now to Elisa Raffa with the Weather Lab. We're going to have a decent forecast this weekend or what?
Hot for sure. So if you're not a fan of the heat, it's going to be a hot one. The humidity stays at bay today and tomorrow, and then by Sunday things turn a little bit more steamy. It's 68 degrees right now in Branson. We've got some clear skies, calm winds, dew points still comfortable in the upper 50s. That's why I'm saying the humidity not terrible today and tomorrow, even as these temperatures really pop. We've got clear conditions on the satellite and radar, not too much going on there this morning. Temperatures in the 60s, a few degrees warmer than yesterday. 63 in Springfield, 70 in Ava, and 63 in Mountain Grove. That humidity still not bad this morning. It feels comfortable out there. Green light conditions on the roads. We'll have lots of sunshine this afternoon. Nothing to slow you down. One of the last 2 days of the Ozark Empire Fair. It's going to be a hot one. 95 degrees today, mostly sunny, but the humidity stays a little bit down. Still warm by 9 o'clock. We're tracking the uptick in heat and humidity plus storm chances. Details in 10 minutes.
Happening this morning, emergency crews are currently preparing for a mass casualty drill at Missouri State University. We do want to say again, it's only a drill. It happens this morning at 9 a.m. and goes until 11 a.m. at the Plaster Sports Complex on the MSU campus. The purpose will be to test the components of a plan of action if there were ever to be an active threat or mass casualty event. Agencies participating include Springfield Police and Fire, the Greene County Sheriff's Office, Emergency Communications. Also, Mercy Hospital and Cox Emergency Services will be there, as well as officials from MSU. Stressing again, this is just a training exercise. Springfield residents and MSU staff or students should not be alarmed seeing emergency crews this morning.
Well, it's that time of year again where a school supply scavenger hunt is in full swing. Tax-free weekend is 3 days where customers do not have to pay the state sales tax. It doesn't apply to the city's sales tax. In addition to regular supplies like notebooks and pencils, you can also take advantage this weekend by buying back to college material like dorm room supplies. A local Walmart says it bought so many school supplies this year that it doesn't expect to run out of anything. Other stores also participating in this tax-free weekend include the Battlefield Mall, JCPenney's, and OfficeMax.
We have some medical coverage for you this morning. The Missouri Secretary of State has certified 5 new measures that will be on the November ballot. One raises minimum wage to $12 an hour. One is about redistricting lines. The other 3 are medical marijuana initiatives. Starting with finding cures, they have a 15% tax to help fund medical research for incurable diseases. Also, New Approach Missouri with a 4% sales tax looks to improve services for veterans. And finally, Missourians for patient care with a 2% tax. It requires doctor approval and will help fund education and safety.
And bringing crime into focus on this Friday morning, Missouri's Department of Transportation is taking new steps to fight human trafficking. MoDOT announced that the department is committed to making sure that employees are trained to spot human trafficking cases and to make sure their employees know how to report any concerns they may have. MoDOT says Kansas City, St. Louis, and cities along I-44, including Springfield, are common locations for this trafficking. Missouri ranked 16th in the U.S. in human trafficking cases last year.
It's your right to know. The Rogersville woman accused in the death of a child who was staying at her unlicensed in-home daycare will be arraigned in court today. 52-year-old Cheri Beason faces 34 charges that are Class D felonies involving abuse or neglect of a child. For each one of these counts, she could spend up to 7 years in prison. 4-month-old Brenley Jones died at her daycare in August of last year. The baby's mother, Kaylee Cole, believes she rolled onto her stomach and suffocated. Cole didn't know it at the time that Beason did not have a license to run the daycare. They are legal in Missouri and can watch up to 4 children at one time. This one, however, had 20 kids the day Brenley died.
A Branson man who pled guilty to second-degree murder is expected to be sentenced later today. Dakota Claypole pled guilty for the shooting death of Daxton Drake. Investigators say Claypole and Drake had been romantically involved with the same woman. Claypole found them together at a home on Rainbow Drive in Branson and fired multiple shots at Drake, killing him. He escaped in Drake's car but was arrested soon after. Claypole could face a maximum of 30 years behind bars.
Well, a woman is dead after a house fire in Taney County. Fire investigators say it started because clothes were stacked near a power outlet. Fire crews were called to a home in Taneyville just after noon yesterday. They found a woman inside. She was taken in an ambulance but did not survive. Investigators say the fire started in the laundry room. That's where the clothes were stacked up next to a dryer plug and then caught fire, spreading the flames. The home did have smoke detectors.
And making news now this morning, powerful summer storms continue to pound much of the eastern United States. Last night, the storms led to an even rare tornado warning being issued in New York City. In Lynchburg, Virginia, meanwhile, floodwaters prompted evacuations ahead of what officials call the imminent failure of a dam. CBS' Laura Podesta has more.
For residents of Lynchburg, Virginia, it was a night of high anxiety and rising floodwaters. After days of severe storms, the College Lake Dam north of the city is said to be in danger of failing. The news prompted the area to be evacuated last night.
Our rescue boat's here, and they have been searching around the apartments, as you can see behind me. And they have, right now, my latest count, they've gotten about 10 people out. And they're still getting some more folks out.
Authorities are closely monitoring the dam for any sign of structural failure. Fears that it would collapse came at the end of a day in which as much as 6 inches of rain fell in the area. The dam isn't the only danger.
There could be storm drain covers that are off. You know, there could be any number of hazards. The road could have washed away. You just don't know.
The National Weather Service has confirmed that a tornado touched down about 70 miles northeast of Lynchburg in Charlottesville. It toppled trees and damaged the roof of a high school. Fortunately, no one was injured. Laura Podesta, CBS News, New York.
Now, if the Lynchburg Dam were to fail, parts of the city would be swamped by a 17-foot wall of water for at least 7 minutes.